Here we go. Here's some Tekken Tag Tournament 2 gameplay from 2012. I was playing two of my favorite characters in the Tekken franchise. King and Paul, it looks like.
Good. Another person who's only playing with one character, even though you can't do that in tournaments, and shouldn't be allowed in ranked matches.
Oh, wow, they allowed that? I don't remember that.
And the game said he was a level 4 connection, and now that I've connected to him, it says level 3.
Well, look, it's fluctuating.
It's fluctuating between 3 and 4. So this will be an awful laggy match against a double-powered character. Wow, what great ranked match online play.
Wow. Look at the damage. Are you kidding me?
Is that what I did? What?
He's barely hitting me. Look at the damage he's doing.
I didn't do that. I'm trying to do the low. Yo, I'm pressing down and 2 kicks and getting the wrong move. What the fuck? King has a gun?
He has a gun.
What is going on? King just pulled out a gun.
Stupid Snoop Dogg is in the soundtrack of this game. Snoop Dogg doesn't even play Tekken either.
King has a gun and shoots me.
The tag combos are pretty sweet in this game. Wow.
What? I was doing a move.
I can tell that I'm doing moves that aren't coming out.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
I wasn't even doing anything. I was just laying on the ground and got juggled. I'm crouching. How did he hit me with a mid kick when I was crouching?
That's it. He's gonna juggle his ass.
Oh, I'm dead. Look at that.
Yup.
Nothing I can do. Low parry. But, you know, maybe
Very
you shouldn't be doing
stupid.
60% damage with small little combos because he's a double-powered character. Maybe they shouldn't allow that in ranked matches. Maybe they shouldn't allow King to have a gun in ranked matches.
Why the hell did King have a gun? Like, I can understand, if he had that in, like, a silly match of, like, player matches or whatever. That was a ranked match, and King's pulling out guns and shit. What the hell? I like this game. I remember I used Wang a lot and made cheesy jokes about playing with my Wang and stuff. Oh, how foreboding, right? How foreboding about the future. But, no, I really liked playing this game because you could do the tag combos in and out and do, like, extra juggles and stuff that I really like. But I just think it's funny that even back then, 2012, they were still, they still, you know, they weren't making the games right. Here's a ranked match. You could use guns and items, and you could have a double-powered character. Like, what the fuck were they thinking about there? That was really dumb. Oh my god, what is all this? Spawn Killer $2 million is the CT Blizzard video Winter Storm Nemo. It was in 2013. Your ex was not in it. Alright, so let's see. CT... I don't know how I'm going to find this video. You have to find it for me, dude. CT Blizzard Nemo. I mean, I could look for it. I don't know where the hell it would be. It's probably a vlogging channel. 47766 cheered and said, I can't believe people take random shit talk during matches so personal, unless it's excessive personal insults. It's to get in your opponent's head, and 95% of the time, not serious. The thing is, it's not like my opponents heard it. I wasn't doing voice chat over the internet, like, oh, I'm talking shit to you over the... It wasn't like that. And that was just commentary on my own videos, and people, like, took offense to it. Like, it feels so offensive. There was actually a guy who wrote for a major gaming magazine. I think it was like Eurogame, not Eurogamer. It was like PlayStation Magazine Europe or something. And it was like the top 10 most ridiculous things on the internet. Darkseid Phil's Street Fighter gameplay where he's so toxic and offensive and all he does is insult people. And it's like, yeah, but they don't hear it. It doesn't affect the gameplay or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I admit watching that stuff back that the shit talk was over the top. But I don't think that it was offensive to the point where like people would get angry because those people weren't hearing it live or anything either, right? Bubba Booey Redemption Run now says he wants me to watch a video from Witcher 2. A link to my all-time favorite DSP video. It makes all love seat gamers rage from Witcher 2. What the hell? Well, I don't know what this is. Hold on. I'm going to take a look at it before we even do it. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see. The Witcher 2 playthrough part 11 from May 2011, huh? Excuse me. I think this is the part where I just rage at the game being annoying. But I'm not gonna watch the whole part because you didn't even reference it in context. You didn't even tell me where to start playing or nothing. Nah. All right. Let's continue on with the suggestions on the forums. Let's see here. Anyone remember the Stanley Parable? Stanley Parable? I remember that game. That was a fun game. It was pretty unique. And this is from 2013. Apparently 4 minutes to watch it. I don't know what it's going to be. I guess we'll find out. Let's see here. Oh, hold on a second. Last Rambo Cheer said, look, it's Snoop Dogg's stage. Jay to me $1 said, are you going to watch Project 7? We already watched it all. We already watched all Project 7 during these retrospectives, so that's been there, done that. Scupula resubbed to 8 months. Thank you, Scupula. Someone named It's a Welfare House tipped me $1 saying that some food got recalled in Washington. So check food to make sure that Jasper's food isn't tainted. I guess I'll look into that, although we don't buy any kind of low-grade food that I think would be recalled, but I'll check anyway. An anonymous dollar tipper says, fan voted funniest moments 2012 number 10. I'll write that down. Maybe for later. And vote Democrat. Cheers, that you do a 24-hour marathon and make a crazy donation goal of like $2,500 that you have fans from every time zone, it would be in your favor. And then I would die. So I'm not doing that. Okay. Here we go. Let's watch a little bit of the Stanley Parable. From 2013. Alright, so now the question is, if I go through different doors, does different stuff happen? If I go through these doors, it's the same thing. Yes, it is. Look.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Fuck you.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Yes, I would.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh, that's right. It boots up a different game while you're playing it. Oh, no. What the fuck?
The baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
What the hell?
It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Oh, yeah?
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
He's trolling the fuck out of me. Bye-bye, baby. I don't want to be a daddy. Yeah.
You heartless bastard. Because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
To spite you, you fucking brick.
Well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
What are we going to play?
This seems like it'll work.
There's
Let's
some
give
Pong.
it a shot.
I don't remember this. Whose game are we going to play? Oh,
Minecraft!
No. What the
Well, Stanley,
fuck
is
is
this
this?
At last, the one
No!
thing you've always desired.
No!
A game I had absolutely
No!
nothing to do with.
Anything but
Is
this.
it enough?
No!
That, Stanley.
I'm in hell!
Will it ever be enough?
I'm in hell!
I'll say this. I'm done making things.
This is funny. It actually looks just like Minecraft, too. It's obvious, they didn't get the license to use this, but they actually put Minecraft in the game. That's funny. This is also before I'd ever played Minecraft, so anything that I say here that's insulting to Minecraft players, I obviously it's a joke, and it's not serious, because I played Minecraft, I think it was either 2014 or 2015 for the very first time, and I was like, wow, it's actually interesting. Like, I actually liked Minecraft when I first tried it. At this point, I hadn't done that yet.
From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose.
No!
Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Kill me! Just drop it right on my head. What the fuck?
Will go here.
No, stop doing this.
Here. And then...
No, kill me. Drop the brick right on my fucking head and kill me now. I don't want to play this.
Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete.
Wow. It's funny. It looks exactly like Minecraft.
Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
In reality, I guess at this point, I don't know if this is... It was 2013. I don't know if Minecraft had been fully sold to Mojang/Microsoft. So I don't know if Minecraft was owned and if Microsoft could have like gotten Stanley Parable in trouble for having this segment in the game. Because this is the graphics of Minecraft. Like, take a look. Those are the actual blocks. That's the actual door. I don't even think there's a difference. So they could have been like, oh, you used our property in your game. But I think that it's a funny reference, and I don't think that they had too much issue with it. I want to die.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience.
Oh my
Please,
step
step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Maybe that's the sound effect. It's the same sound effect.
Kill me. I'm going in.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it.
No.
We must rebuild it out of diamond.
Out of diamond.
Diamond everything.
No.
Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh my God! They're forcing me to play Minecraft. I never wanted to play this game. I don't remember this at all. I have more than 3 brain cells. Oh, see, there you go. There you go. I'm gonna just insult it constantly. I know. Watch, I'm gonna insult everyone who plays Minecraft. I guarantee it. Oh my God. No!
Oh my. It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
It's definitely Minecraft, man.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Yeah, because it is. It's a very open-ended game, right? He wanted a linear experience. What's next? Now what? Now what is he doing? He forces you to play a bunch of, He forces you to play a bunch of games that aren't Stanley Parable. What's next? Oh my God! Portal! We're playing Portal?
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love
It's Portal.
it.
That's awesome.
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Now it's obvious they must have gotten the rights to all these games. Maybe they paid for the licensing to use these little snippets of the games in the game or whatever. That's pretty cool. I forgot about that. The other thing about Stanley Parable, from what people told me, is depending on what you did in the game, it could change the game. So I got this segment, but other people might have played it and never gotten this far. This is cool, though. I like this. The Portal segment of the game.
Because we can do it, but this cake is great. It's so deliciously moist.
It's a puzzle.
Hello, Derek. How's it going? Good to see you, man. Yeah, this is one of your nominations. We just started with those. Same buttons, too. Look. Dacky Smurf says, since I took back the meme, could we see the why am I toxic scene on the retrospective? Sure, if you know what it is. I don't know what the moment was. To me, that was just a random gameplay moment. You know, like it's like M. Bison says, all right, in the Street Fighter movie. M. Bison is saying this to Chun-Li. He says, to you, the day that M. Bison graced your village and changed your life forever was the momentous day of your life. But for me, it was just Tuesday. That's the same thing. Like, people find these moments in my gameplay, and oh my god, it becomes a meme. It becomes this thing. For me, it's just business as usual. I don't know the difference. I don't even know what that came from. If anyone knows, sure, we could watch that today. All right. Anyway,
Game's better than yours.
You know what? I
What?
think that's plenty.
What the fuck?
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here.
What?
You can pretend you've beaten...
Oh shit! Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck?
all right.
What the fuck just happened?
So that's cool. I mean, I definitely recommend the Stanley Parable playthrough. It's one of the very weird and different games that I've played over the years, and it's a very interesting plot. It's entertaining to watch for sure. We're not going to watch the whole thing. That was the clip that Jarek wanted us to watch where it had the different games in it, which is kind of neat, game within a game. But good stuff. I like that. Stanley Parable, you should give it a look if you haven't ever seen me play it. Let's see here. A couple shout-outs. EO Gon tipped me $5. It says, when it comes to high-level play, what do you think are the differences between games like Tekken and Street Fighter and the other side of the water, like Marvel vs. Capcom and Dragon Ball FighterZ and Guilty Gear? They seem worlds apart in terms of skill and difficulty. I can't speak for Guilty Gear. I have not played enough Guilty Gear to try to really say. However, the core difference between a game like Tekken and regular Street Fighter versus, say, Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball FighterZ, it's two different styles of gameplay. Tekken and Street Fighter, at least most of the games in that those franchises, rely on footsies, timed hits, counter hits, leading to juggles and or combos that basically allow you to win the match. For example, in a match of Street Fighter, it could be a character who's a zoner who tries to keep you away by throwing projectiles and having like long ranged attacks and anti-air attacks. Or it could be a character who's much better at close range and has grapples. But no matter what, you have a strategy where you have to get to that certain playstyle of character to get them to dominate in the match. In Tekken, most of the time in modern Tekken, it's about getting one or two really solid hits in that kind of counter hits what your opponent's doing. What that means is your opponent is trying to do something, but you do a move that's higher priority or faster that interrupts their move, and it does what's called a counter hit, which creates a juggle state. That makes the character start floating. Now you can do repeated hits on them while they're in the air, and then also in Tekken, when they're on the ground, sometimes you can do repeated hits that pick them up off the ground and continue a combo. So Street Fighter, it's more about core gameplay mechanics and footsie gameplay, while in Tekken, it's more about getting that counter hit leading to a jungle. Marvel vs. Capcom and Dragon Ball FighterZ is more about rush down and tricking your opponent into doing something like blocking incorrectly. So now they're open, and now you get a ginormous flashy combo that does insano damage. Most of the gameplay of Marvel vs. Capcom and Dragon Ball FighterZ is character constantly in your face, constantly rushing you, constantly doing things to trick you into getting one hit, and then, oh, I got the one hit, now I can do 400 more hits afterward. There goes the whole energy bar. They're very different kinds of games. I'm not saying that one formula is better or worse than the other by any means. But I think that different people like the different kinds of games. Boy, it got dark outside, huh? What happened here? It was... I just looked at my webcam like, damn, I'm like in a cave. What if I open this all the way? How does that look? No, God, now it's too bright. Okay, hold on. It's raining outside. You know that's what happened. It started raining. Yeah. Oh, it's hailing. What the hell? Hail is coming down outside. What the heck? We've had a lot of rain and hail recently, which is typical fall weather for Washington State, so it's not surprising. I guess we'll leave the lighting like this for now. All right, so anyway, thank you, Eogan, for the $5 tip. Appreciate that. Harunian has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Harunian, for the sub. I appreciate that. And Vegan Boy tipped me $1, says, what about Prince of Persia Forgotten Sands playthrough part 27? I don't know anything about that. I will put it down. I'll put it down and we'll consider it for later. Okay. Oh wait, so now we're up to $35 in tips. Alrighty. Alright, let's see what's next. I already did the Final Fantasy 13 unboxing that you're talking about. See, this is what I mean. People are now requesting shit that I've already done in the past, and I'm not going to do the same stuff 2, 3, 4 times. What is this? Classic Games Collection Update 2011. I wonder if this is fun. 20 minutes. I think it's a video of me going through my classic games collection from back in the day. Huh. Let's take a look. Let's see what this is.
What is...
Yeah, okay, this is a cool one. So this is me way back in the day. 2011. Going through my classic games collection and showing you what I used to have in my condo in Connecticut. This will be cool. I don't have all this stuff. Most of this stuff is gone. And if I have any of it left, it's just packed in bins that are sitting in my closet here. This will be a fun video, I think. Yeah. Prime Ray Beer says Mario and Sonic. I'm going to write down Mario and Sonic. I think that both Mario and Sonic Olympic Games runs are fun. I did one that was Summer Games and Winter Games, and both of them are great. So that's definitely consideration for the stream today. Let's see here. Man of Love took me $1. He says, maybe this video. He says, it's Christmas special. Let me write this down. 2009, Street Fighter 4 Part 1. He says that I was eating something in the video and wondering what it was. That's a rarity. I almost never eat anything in videos besides DSP tries it. So that's interesting that apparently I was eating in a video. Maybe we'll check that out later. All right, let's see what this is. My classic gaming collection for 2011.
Is up. DSP here. And this is a special video which I had promised I would make. What we're going to do today is we are going to take a look at some of the classic games which I have purchased over the past several months since John Rambo and I discovered the 2 Game Exchange stores in our area here in Connecticut.
A little bit of background. So this was October 2011. This was the year where I first started making any money on videos on YouTube because I was able to monetize my gameplay videos starting in February of that year. And my channels blew up because this is when I first started doing gameplay full-time on YouTube as my job. And the popularity exploded. I was making tons of money. So what we would do is John and I, like once a week, we would go to local stores that were selling retro games and see what they had. And every once in a while, I would pick up a few games. And then I would make videos about it. So this was a video where I was doing like a cumulative update on all the games that I had bought, the retro games and stuff like that. Shane tipped me $1. He says, watch your DVD Blu-ray collection video, one where your laptop plays an ad that startles you. Well, the one that plays the ad, isn't that Ballpark Beef Franks? Ballpark Beef Franks. And you know what? We watched that one on a retrospective. As for the DVD collection, I don't know when I did. I think I did one of those in Connecticut and one of those here in Washington, but I don't know. We'll see.
Now, if you're not familiar with Game Exchange, it's a game store like any other. They have the popular releases, the new releases as they come out, but they also have a extremely large selection of used games, and we're talking, you know, current consoles, so Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. We're talking last generation, so Xbox One, PlayStation 2, Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Wii they do have as well. Sorry, I forgot that one. Handhelds, you know, Nintendo DS, Nintendo Game Boy Advance, but also they deal with classic games. So you're going to find at every game.
Why don't I go to Game Exchange anymore? Ask Sentient Sausage Gaming. They don't exist out here in Washington State. I've never seen one. There are a couple retro game stores out here, but they're not very common. They're very hard to find. Incidentally, when I visited Connecticut in April with Kat, we went to Game Exchange together, and it was cool to walk around and look at all the old games and stuff. But yeah, they're not very common out here, from what I've seen. Spawn Killer to me $1 says the Blizzard 2013 is on King of Hate Vlogs. Oh, is it? Okay. I'll make a note here. He said, what about the NEC Car Ride 2009? NEC Car Ride. All right, I'm writing all these down. We can check these out later. Orcs or Dorks just cheered. He said, how are things? I'm currently at a hospital recovering from surgery. Oh, man, dude, I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better, man. Yeah, that's right. Your brother did reach out and talk to us about that. He did. I hope you feel better. That's terrible. Anytime you have to have something medical procedure done, recovery can be painstaking. I hope at least if you're in the hospital, maybe you have access where you can watch some videos or streams. If not, bummer. Thanks for coming by for the stream today. This is a good one to chill because we're going down memory lane for me. I hope you feel better. Get well soon, man. Derek tipped me $1. Says, Derek here. I'm heading out. See you later. That was not really Derek, but okay. Let's update the tips and then we'll continue here. Thank you to everyone so far who's contributed today. I appreciate it. I'll probably check on subs in a bit. I'll probably check on sub count in a bit, but let's continue here.
Game Exchange, a limited selection of like NES, Genesis, Sega CD, Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, all that kind of stuff they have. And so what we're going to do is go through what I've gotten over the past couple months to show you how I built up my gaming collection in particular, and some ideas that I've had for things that I can do in the future during downtime when there aren't many new releases coming out. So
we're gonna look at,
first of all, what I'd like to do is move up here and move some of these boxes and things, okay, that are blocking my gaming collection, just to expose some of the games that I have back there now. And oh shit, that's not good. Where did it go? The decal just flew off my Pac-Man machine. There it is. So let's get that over there. Okay. So what we have here.
Oh wow!
Okay?
I don't think I have these anymore. Street Fighter 2 on SNES. I don't even think I have that anymore with the box and everything. I don't know what I still have. I know I have some of these games like packed away in storage here, but I think what happens when I moved, I just gave most of it away. I know Rambo went home with a bunch of shit. But I gave a lot of this away because I was like, I'm moving to a new place. I'm not going to have a lot of storage space where I want to keep all these games and stuff. And it's funny because a ton of YouTubers who are into gaming always constantly have gaming shit behind them. If you ever notice that their backdrop for filming is gaming stuff, like they have a game room or whatever. I always had this like bookcase where I kept all the games in Connecticut. But, you know, then when I moved, I was like, I kind of wanted to move on from that. Even though I wanted to still be a content creator and a streamer and everything. I wanted to basically have, like, not have that stuff all over my house, you know? And I didn't have room for a game room or anything like that besides my office, so. Alright, let's continue.
My NES collection, this is not complete. This is what I've had for a couple months, but this does not include everything that I've purchased recently. But every Mega Man game, Mega Man 1 through 6, which were all the ones that were on NES, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Little Nemo the Dream Master. I ended up with 2 copies of Ninja Turtles because I accidentally bought an extra copy, not remembering that I had the game. And then I have Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I've got Prince of Persia, the original.
Oh, wow.
Metal Gear.
Wow.
Okay.
Dude, I don't know
Blaster Master.
I don't think I have any of these anymore. I think I gave John all these. I'm being like honest. I think I either gave them to him or someone else. I don't think I have any of these games. If I do, I'd be blown away. But I'm fairly certain I don't have these games anymore. I had bought all these and I never played them and never did anything with them. Because remember, back in the day, I didn't do direct capture. So every time I bought a game like this, it was potentially a new playthrough I could do. I could hook it up and use my camera to record it. Obviously, I have no way to capture these games anymore. So essentially, these are just collectibles for me now, even if I still had them. I don't think I have these anymore.
Star Tropics, Strider, the original, Dragon Warrior, the original, which is called Dragon Quest in Japan, Batman for NES, which is a classic game a lot of people talk about, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, that's right, not the version of Punch-Out that doesn't have Mike Tyson because they lost the license, but the actual Mike Tyson version.
I never even played
DuckTales. DuckTales is actually one of the best NES
I played
games.
the remake. They had
it's a 2D platformer made by Capcom.
I never played the original.
At the time, they were making lots of 2D platformers, and including Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, all kinds of like Disney tie-ins, and that ended up being one of the best. So let's move some of this crap here. We've got a Game Genie, and the Game Genie for NES is how I was actually able to play those Mega Man games during Mega Man Week, because the Game Genie actually bypasses any region protection and copy protection on the carts. And as you know, if you are, there's another controller I never opened for Xbox 360. If you are an NES aficionado, what unfortunately ended up happening over time with the Nintendo is that as the cartridges get older, the Nintendo thinks that they're bootleg cartridges and basically doesn't boot them properly.
That's right.
And if you use a Game Genie, it completely bypasses that problem, okay? So here I've got a bootleg Super NES controller. John Rambo and I did not know it was a bootleg, and then when we opened it up, we realized pretty shortly it is a bootleg. It doesn't have the original Nintendo decals or anything on it that it should. I have not tested this yet, but I need another Super NES controller, so that's why I got that one. And then here we've got Street Fighter 2, the original Street Fighter 2 for SNES in the box. This was actually given to me by Mars, who was one of the people who we play Super Turbo with. And it was pretty cool that he gave that to me, because I had it back in the day, and then eventually I got rid of it, and now I have it again, which is pretty sweet. So, okay, so that's that. Now we'll look at some of the Super Nintendo games, and then we're going to move on to the games that I've bought recently, because these are just games that I've had for a couple months.
Basically, everything here is pretty shitty. These are games that came when I bought my Super Nintendo on eBay a couple years ago. NBA Live 95, Super NES Super Scope 6. I don't have the Super Scope, so that's useless.
Games are worth
Rarities 3, which is a classic, but it's actually in pretty bad condition. I'm not sure if it works. True Lies, another one of the Shameless movie tie-ins from the 90s. And the original F-Zero, which is pretty cool. Madden NFL 95, American Gladiators, Super Mario All-Stars, Madden NFL 94, Super Bases Loaded, that's cool. NCAA Basketball, NBA Jam, the original, NHL PA Hockey, ABC Monday Night Football. Alright, now here's an idea that I had to do like a marathon. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Power Rangers the Fighting Edition, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
Oh, wow.
I've got 3 Power Rangers games right there for SNES that I thought maybe one day I'll do like a Power Rangers marathon.
Dude,
and
that would have been awesome for when they made the rebooted Power Rangers movie a couple years ago, remember? But that's the problem. I didn't have a way to capture it. I don't have a way to direct capture from an SNES. So I would have had to either find ROMs or something. I doubt that those games will ever be available digital because those licenses probably expired 100 years ago. Let's see here. Mandingo. Timmy $2 is Pikmin 3 Part 1 first 6 minutes. Okay. Oh crap, I think my pen just ran out. Oh no it didn't. Okay, I made a note there. Thank you for the $2 tip. Well, Zala says, Reese, over 21 months, says, Phil's going to pull out the Panasonic 3DO. Now, I never owned the 3DO. That thing back in the day was insanely expensive. I had a friend who had the 3DO, and we actually played Super Turbo on his 3DO together. But the 3DO was so insanely overpriced and didn't have many good games. It had maybe a handful of games worth playing on the console for the insane price. I think it was like $600-700 or something back in the day. It was one of the very early disc-based consoles. That's why it was so expensive. Fly Eagles Fly did a 200-bit cheers. Did you watch any TV Superstars? We did. In fact, I think it was 2 or 3 retrospectives ago. We watched all of that. So, Kevin K-Man did a 100-bit cheers. The face scan results are always funny. We already watched those as well. Middle Class Liberal Softy reset for 17 months. Thank you very much, Middle Class Liberal Softy, for the support. Okay.
And see how that goes, okay? Now, some other games I got over here, Super NES games, since we're on the subject of Super NES. John Rambo actually found me Mega Man X, because I am trying to build a Mega Man X collection of Mega Man X 1 through the final one, which was, I believe, was 8.
Which I did play. If you guys ever watched, one summer after this was filmed, I did a Mega Man X marathon where I played, I think it was like 1 through 6 or something like that.
And, I've been trying to build it up, and he found this at a play and trade. He got it for me for a pretty decent price. So Mega Man X, that's cool. I'm going to have to rearrange these so that they all sit properly, because right now they're all just kind of loose. Here we've got Power Rangers Battle Racers.
Oh my God,
okay, this is a racing game. Power Rangers Zeo Battle Racers. That's another Power Rangers game I could do for like a Power Rangers marathon.
This is crazy how crazy Power
Batman
Rangers
Returns
were.
For Super NES.
It just shows you how popular the Power Rangers were in the 90s. Within like 3 years, there was like 7 Power Rangers games that released. It was crazy.
And this is actually a really cool side-scrolling beat-em-up that ties in with the movie Batman Returns from the 90s. Really fun game. Only bummer, it's single player. I don't understand why they did that. Like, that was the era of like Final Fight and Streets of Rage, and all those games were multiplayer. And then all of a sudden, they started making this line of beat 'em ups that were single player. To which I just gotta say, what the fuck were they thinking? Like, those games are made for multiplayer, and they fucking made them single player. I don't know. So anyway, let's keep going here. Take a look at some of the other stuff that I bought in recent months. Taking it out of a bag here so we can look at it. Ah! Getting attacked.
There's all the Mega Man X games right there on disc. Yep.
Alright, that's Genesis. We're going to look at Genesis games later. Alright, so what we got here, move that Genesis game over.
Ah, there's some
we'll
games
look
that
at
I
them
did
in
stuff.
order, you know what I mean?
Yeah, some I did playthroughs of some of these.
Maximum Carnage, and you may say,
that.
holy shit.
I did a
why is that
that
cartridge such a bright freaking red color? And the answer was they wanted to do like a cool gimmick for this game. This game was made shortly after the comic book crossover line called Maximum Carnage. What happened was in the Spider-Man universe at this time in the 1990s, I shit you not, there were 4 Spider-Man comic books. Okay, there was Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Web of Spider-Man.
I remember them all.
And They were all being written by different people, and what they decided to do was to have a full crossover between all the books for like, I think it was like 3 or 4 months, where Carnage got freed from jail and basically went on a rampage recruiting second-string supervillains from the Spider-Man comic books and made this like super team of villains that were going around causing havoc in New York. And then it took actually a whole bunch of Spider-Man, Venom, and then a whole bunch of like second-string heroes from New York to come together to stop Carnage.
There were very few SNES games that were colored, so it was like a big gimmick to have a cartridge like this that was a different color. I remember Killer Instinct when it launched was black. This was red. There was one that was yellow. I can't remember what it was. There was one that was a bright yellow. And there was also one that was blue. But it was a very big oddity that they would mass produce an SNES cartridge that was not gray. I don't know why. I think it was actually cool when they had them colored, but this was an oddity to have this. This really stood out because when you went to the video rental shops, a lot of those shops didn't have the boxes for the games, but they would have a game like this inside of a clear plastic case. And you would see the red cartridge, it would stick out. You're like, oh my god, I gotta rent that.
And they made a video game out of it, just like Batman Returns, a 2D side-scroller that's single player. What the fuck were they thinking? Because the game is actually really good. It's hard, but it's really good. But there was no reason for them to make a single player. It boggles the mind, okay? X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, one of the best X-Men video games ever made for SNES.
I love this one. Graphics were really good.
And not much to say about it, except the graphics were really bright and detailed and cartoonish, and I liked them.
It's awesome. 8 years
Brawl
later,
Brothers, I don't remember much about this one, besides it is a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up, and I think it is 2 players.
So here's the thing about Brawl Brothers. So I remember renting it and playing it, but I don't remember the game at all. I just remember seeing this art. Then I bought it 8 years ago, never played it. It's now available on SNES, or the SNES games that are on the Switch that you get for free if you're a subscriber to, what is it, Nintendo Online. So it's one of those free SNES games. Kat actually tried to play it. She played it for like 2 minutes. She was like, this game sucks. She closed it and went and played Super Mario World. So there you go, Brawl Brothers.
So that's just another one. I was like on a kick of beat 'em ups. I wanted to see how many beat 'em up games I could get. And so I got Brawl Brothers. All right, let's see what else I got up my sleeve here. Hold on. Here's some Nintendo and Super Nintendo games we can look at. Actually, we looked out this one day.
Yes, Orbital of Cost, I have the clip, I know about it.
Just traded in a whole bunch of games. And we obviously hadn't expected that. And we were like, holy shit, look at all these games on the counter. And we ended up grabbing a bunch of them because of that. This is funny because I've been buying games for months, and this is the first time I'm actually taking them out of the bags to organize them.
What would happen is, John would come every Saturday, and we would do co-op gameplay. What we would do is he would come over, and we would talk, shoot the shit a little bit. Usually we would film, if we were going to do Smart Guys, which is our wrestling commentary show. Then we would go out, we would get food, and we would go to the game exchange and maybe buy some retro games. And then we would come back, and all night we would film. So from like, we'd go eat and come back, you know, maybe early afternoon, mid-afternoon, and we would film like 8 hours into the early evening or even early morning. And then I would upload that gameplay. That was a good time. That was a good thing that we had going. Because otherwise, outside of that, I was just by myself at home filming gameplay all day long. Like, that was my life. Every day I wake up, film gameplay all day long by myself, upload, done. That was my day. And that was for like 2-3 years, that was all I did. I didn't ever have like breaks. It was just gameplay every day. So when John came over on Saturdays, it would break stuff up and give me opportunity to go out with another human and have fun and, you know, get some retro games. And, you know, it was a cool time. It was a really good time. You know, sucks that things have to change over time, but what can you say? That's life, right?
Time today. All right, these are Super Nintendo. We'll look at those, which we already kind of looked at those, but we'll look at them again. And then we got these. To which I look at this and I realize that I now have 2 copies of this game and I didn't even know it. But anyway. Alright, so. Super Mario Bros. 3 for NES.
Classic.
And it looks like originally it came from Country Video in Shelton, Connecticut. That's pretty funny. So it's funny that these games, they go through so many different game rental places and they get traded and sold to each other. And now it ends up at Play and Trade.
Shit.
Now it ends up with me. So an original, it's pretty bad shape, by the way.
Oh my god.
So I'm hoping it works. But
cartridge.
no, you know, it doesn't make any sound when I shake it or anything. So I'm hoping it works. And then also, Super Mario 2. That's right. Now, for those that don't know, Super Mario Brothers 2, this is the United States cartridge. This actually is not Super Mario Brothers 2. This is Doki Doki Panic, which was a game starring a bunch of, like, Middle Eastern people with turbans. I'm not even kidding you. And that's why, if you ever wonder, you play Super Mario 1 and you play Super Mario 2, you're like, why the hell can Mario lift things? Why the hell does everything look like such a different graphical style? And then when you play Super Mario 3, most of the stuff from Super Mario 2 is absent from it. And you're like, what the hell happened? Well, the story...
Well, guess what? We, John and I did full playthrough of Mario 3. We never did 1 or 2. But we did a full playthrough of this cartridge of Mario 3.
This isn't really Super Mario 2. Super Mario 2 is actually Super Mario Brothers 1. It looks exactly the same, but it's redone to be like a super grueling hard edition of the game, okay? And when this came out in Japan, they said Americans are probably not going to like this game. It's like sickeningly hard. And so they ended up making this. They took Doki Doki Panic and basically facelifted the graphics to make it look like Mario and Company, and called it Super Mario 2 as a filler game between Part 2 and Part 3. Why the fuck they did that is beyond any kind of like logic. I don't know. But anyway, I have another copy of Metal Gear, so now I have 2, which really sucks because I didn't realize that I had it. So now I have 2 copies right next to each other there. That's nice. Mega Man X2, which I got at New York Comic Con from Play and Trade's booth. Okay. The Lion King sealed, brand new. I got that at New York Comic Con. You already saw that.
So I have a sealed copy of The Lion King on SNES. A lot of people have brought that up. They said, did you have a sealed copy of Lion King? Apparently I did. I have a sealed copy, not even opened. That's pretty crazy. Now, I don't know if I still have it. I don't think so. I don't think I brought any of this shit with me, so I probably don't have it anymore.
I've been watching the Comic Con videos. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for SNES. This was the better version. There were 2 different versions, one for SNES and one for Genesis. They had different characters, but the SNES one was far superior when it came to graphics and gameplay. Animaniacs, which is a classic. I mean, the cartoon, I loved it as a kid, so that game, I'm sure, is going to be just as good. Alright, and now we have the 3 games that I bought as a gimmick, because these are all games that the Angry Video Game Nerd have played.
And I think
maybe one day I'll play them too, I don't know, but Friday the 13th, Back to the Future.
I played Friday the 13th.
And Rambo.
I didn't play the other 2.
And each one of these is pretty pathetic. Rambo is originally a ripoff of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Back to the Future is a top-down game that has nothing to do with Back to the Future. Looks more like Paperboy than anything else. And Friday the 13th is fucking stupid. So that's all I have to say about those games. So that's all the Nintendo/SNES games that I've gotten.
Let's do some shoutouts. Let's see here. Sam Hyde tipped me $5.05 and says, Madden 99, I'll pay you $30 for that. No, you won't. You're a liar. But thank you for the tip. You are the top tipper of the day. $5.05. Rob tipped me $5. Said, a question. I recently watched a video of the Dudleys dancing with Too Cool. Did you see it? No, I have not seen that. Thank you guys for the tips. Global Tech. To me, $1. Have you watched video glitches from your GTA playthroughs? No, only because you guys have to tell me where those are in those playthroughs to watch them. So if you have an actual video reference of, oh, here's an amazing glitch you should check out, let me know. But I'm not aware off the top of my head of what those are. I'm gonna Coom has subscribed to the channel. Philip Smelly Chair did 100-bit cheer saying, if you have stains on your couch, use alcohol and cotton swabs or cotton balls to get rid of it. Gee, thanks for the cheer. And I got a $3 tip from a troll that I'm gonna ignore. So thank you guys very much. All right, let's continue.
In the past several months, and now what I'd like to do is move on to some other games that I've gotten. Now, first of all, what I'd like to talk about is, as I said, I was trying to build a Mega Man X collection.
Right,
okay?
to do a marathon.
Now, for those of you that don't know, Mega Man X,
did
the first 3 were on SNES, then there were 3 on PlayStation 1, and then there were 2 on PlayStation 2, okay? So you saw it, Mega Man X 1 and 2 for SNES. I've got Mega Man X 4, 5, and 6 right here for PlayStation 1, found them all at Play and Trade. And then over there, on my rack right in front of you there, I've got Mega Man X7 and
I used to
X8.
have a
It's
game
pretty funny
collection on a rack like
because
that, yeah.
at Mega Man X7, which I'll show you, they changed the game up. Oh my god, that's way too much of a close-up.
See, those I know I have, because they're right in here. I actually have a couple game containers to my right here with like really old shit, and I know for a fact that those games are in there because I've opened those up before and I've seen them in there. So I know I still have the Mega Man games.
For whatever reason, they said, oh, this is on PlayStation 2. We've already had 6 successful games that are all 2D side-scrollers, and, you know, everyone loves them because that's what classic Mega Man X is. So let's completely fuck that up and make it a 3D game.
Huh.
Which is absolutely stupid. And they just, you know, oh... Yeah, this is what happens every time a new system is launched. They say, oh, we have to take our classic games and try to make it modern for the new system. And apparently they completely botched it. This game got panned by critics, especially in Mega Man X8 as well, both of them. People said they weren't very good. But I guess we'll see if I ever do get to do the marathon. If I get to X7 and X8, how different they are from the original Mega Man X games. I'm trying to figure out why on earth they would have changed the formula like they did, okay? So we've got that now.
So I never played Mega Man X7 or 8. I remember during that marathon, I rage quit at 6. I couldn't play anymore. I was so fed up. The game sucked so bad, I stopped playing them. Spawn Killer, thank you for the $1 tip. We already did the Chicago travel vlogs as well as those Street Fighter survival tips. So I appreciate the suggestion, but we've already done those on previous retrospectives. Okay.
What other new games have I bought recently? You know, I'm trying to think what you haven't seen yet. Well, I did actually buy another refurbished NES pad, because I have one, and I got another one. So this is an original NES gamepad that's been refurbished by Play and Trade, cleaned up, and it works fine. So if I do play NES games, I can do 2 players, which is neat. Okay. There are some other games that I bought for Sega CD, and
what time it is here.
And I will be showing those in the future, but I don't want to spoil them yet because there are a couple ideas that I've had for things that I wanted to do. But I guess going along with the Power Rangers theme, I did buy a couple additional Power Rangers game. I've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Genesis, and this will be cool to compare that to the one for the SNES and see what the differences are and which one's better. Okay, we've got Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Oh my
now, by
God.
the time that this game came out, for obviously it's PS2, there was no, I mean, this was mid-2000s, right? I'm trying to see what year this came out. 2004. I mean, no one who had watched the original Power Rangers was still into them at this point. You're talking a 10-year gap. And so this was some new iteration of Dino Thunder shit. I can't imagine what this game is. I think it might be like a weird combination of mecha combat and beat 'em up, but we got that one, and then we've also got Power Rangers Super Legends 15th anniversary.
Alright, so I never played any of these. I never played a single Power Rangers game, right? At least to my knowledge. So I bought all these Power Rangers games. This would have been perfect for a Power Rangers marathon for when the Power Rangers reboot movie came out. What was it, 3 years ago? I completely forgot about them because I had no way to capture them at that point. And like I said, I'm fairly certain, that there's nothing, what do you call it? I'm fairly certain that there's, I don't have these anymore. I'm almost positive I gave all these away. So, okay.
To understand, this one came out, let's see, 2007. So this one is really recent, only 4 years old. This was like an anniversary game where it had famous Power Rangers from every line up to that point. So you had the original Power Rangers, you know, Power Rangers Zeo, Power Rangers Dino, Power Rangers fucking Turbo, Power Rangers Rescue Squad, Power Rangers fucking... Oh my god, I don't know. They had so many fucking different Power Rangers, it's disgusting. So anyway, it has characters from all of them, and this was when Disney had finally bought out Power Rangers, so it has the Disney symbol there. And it's supposed to be like an amalgamation, like a crossover between them all. So I got that one, okay? Now, outside of those games, what other games have I purchased recently? Well, let's see. I did pick up a copy of Sonic 2 and Sonic Knuckles. They're over there. I don't want to pull them out right now because they're kind of buried in there. But I did get those. I'm looking for a copy of Sonic 3. It seems like Sonic 3 is the rarest of all of them. Because I've been looking around. I just cannot find the fucking thing.
I wonder if I ever found one.
So I'll keep my eye out for that one. For Genesis games, we've got Streets of Rage 2, a classic.
I just played that on Genesis Mini, right?
Okay.
Great game.
Quackshot. Now this was another one of these Disney games that were coming out at that whole time, and John Rambo actually recommended this one, said it's a really good game.
Huh, I never played it. Quackshot.
Cyborg Justice. This is one I'd never heard of, and Rambo also recommended this one, so I picked it up. It was only a couple bucks. And then when I was going through my side-scroller beat-em-up kick, I said, let's, if I ever want to do like a marathon of those, I got Streets of Rage, I got Maximum Carnage, I've got Batman Returns, all those. Yes. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. This is all.
Rambo and I did a full co-op playthrough of this one weekend, which is really awesome. One of the old school throwback co-op playthroughs that we did. So you can check that out on DSPGaming.
Also, a team up between Kung Lao and Liu Kang. It's supposed to be like a 2D beat 'em up. What they has like the abilities of Mortal Kombat. I don't know. I never played it, but Rambo played it and said he liked it. And then finally, last but not least, it's probably the worst game out of all the games I've just showed you. No lie. T-Mech for 32X. I had never heard of this game. It was $2 freaking with the box, with everything with it, the instruction manual. The graphics look god-awful. I mean, this was the whole kick of Sega CD 32X trying to go into the 3D realm, and it just failed miserably. Really, 3D games did not look good until the PlayStation 1 and or Nintendo 64. Any attempts before that, they looked horrible. And so it's a laughable game that I picked up.
What's up, Quantrell? Good to see you.
All right, so that's it for the past couple of months of games that I've picked up at Play and Trade / Games Exchange.
Okay. Stiggy Dink says Quackshot is a Metroidvania game where you go back and forth getting new tools to explore stages and get treasure. That's interesting. A Metroidvania game from Disney. All right, let's see here. I think we got time for like one more thing before we take our first break of this marathon. Let's see what we want to do. So, Derek, you suggested a ton of things. I think what we're going to do is go back to Derek's suggestions every once in a while, but I don't want to necessarily do all of them back to back to back. Let's see. Dead Rising 2 playthrough part 5. Let me take a look at this. See what this is. Those last two suggestions from Derek are pretty good. You should start around the 1 minute mark, up until the 5 minute mark. Okay. Dead Rising 2. September 2010. So, to give you guys some background, alright? Dead Rising 2. I never played Dead Rising 1 except for a few minutes. Like, I at one point, I had Dead Rising 1, and I played it. I didn't really like it. I didn't like the controls of it. This was before I ever made videos for YouTube. So when Dead Rising 2 came out, it was a brand new hot game, and everyone wanted to see me play it. And I played it solo, and the game was just too hard for me to play by myself. Like, certain bosses and things, it just seemed like you should have been doing it co-op to distract the boss or whatever. Obviously, the game can be played solo, and the other thing that I've learned now about Dead Rising over the years is that especially the 1 and 2, their first playthrough is kind of like the one where you suffer, and it's very difficult, and then you get all your abilities, you build up, you learn about things, and then when you do your second playthrough, now you're faster, you can run through them all, you know where the items are, you know what I mean? The New Game Plus playthrough ends up being the one that's a lot more fun. But I couldn't beat this game. I had to get Rambo to do a co-op playthrough. It was driving me nuts. Let's see what is suggested here. It says about 4 minutes. Let's see what happens here. This is part 5 of my original playthrough, still playing it solo.
The what? What's that in the middle? The dark something. Probably drinks over there, I bet. Astonishing Illusions. Oh my god.
Creepy bear.
A giant robot bear. All kinds of toys and stuff in here.
You want to play a game? That's creepy as shit. You want to play a game?
Novelty glasses. What the fuck? Dude,
oh!
Right in. It fucking got me.
Yummy.
Bullshit. Handbag. There's nothing really good in here, is there? Firecrackers? There's a giant robot bear. Maybe I'll take one.
You want to hear a story? Yeah.
Money.
Sweet.
I'm so happy to see you.
Hey, take the bear. Look at the size of this thing. It's gigantic.
Nah. I'm sure at this point I didn't have any recipes to make a combo bear or whatever.
Hands off my bear. No one touches Paddington but me. Paddington is mine.
Oh, by the way, so if you didn't hear it, I just snorted on camera. I did. So I've had post-nasal drip my whole life, okay? When I started on YouTube, no one complained about it. When I went direct capture, all of a sudden everyone started complaining about it because as I started using better microphones, people could finally hear it. I just heard myself do it in this video, and no one says anything. You see what I mean? So it's just hilarious that people made issue of something so silly that I had my whole life, only when finally it was picked up by the mic. Back then you couldn't even hear it because I was doing this open living room camera in front of me. It wouldn't pick up those kind of sounds, you know?
Guess we'll go back. Let's get rid of the survivor. She's annoying me. I'll come back. Carrying a giant bear. I bought you guys a present. A giant fucking bear.
I remember you have to backtrack a ton in this game. Keep going into the basement because that's how you get to the survivors through the air duct or whatever. You have to go down here like a million times in the game. Katie needs Zombrex. I don't even have it, so she probably dies in this playthrough.
How's he gonna get the bear in this duct? Are you serious? The game pretends like he took that giant fucking bear and shoved it in the duct? That's hilarious.
I don't know what I'm looking for in this video. I still haven't gotten there. I don't know. We'll see.
She's 21? Holy shit.
Where on earth did you find him? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Find who? It's only one chick.
People alive out there.
Where'd you find that bear? I want one.
We can't afford to have any infected in here.
Okay. I don't know if anything interesting is going to happen. This might have been a dud. It's cool watching back old games, though.
What am I supposed to do with this? Giant bear.
Stuck with a bear.
Here, I'll give it to Lulu. Where's Katie? I guess I gotta give her Zombrex. Hey, thank you. Take the bear. Here, you want it? Oh, is she in here?
How do you get rid of the bear? It's stuck in my hands for the whole playthrough. How do you get rid of it?
Look at the size of this fucking thing, dude. Give her the Zombrex. Oh, he's giving her the bear?
What the hell?
He gives her a giant bear.
I didn't know that. I don't remember that. You can give her a bear as a present.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
Look. Father of the month.
Dude, I leveled up. Look. Give Katie a gift. It's good to spoil her sometimes.
Wow, it was a secret
I got
achievement.
15,000. I leveled up because I gave her a giant robot bear.
See, those are the coolest parts of, like, Xbox 360 games. When you be playing them, all of a sudden you discover there's, like, a hidden thing. Like, give her a bear, and you get an achievement, and, you know, you level up and everything from it. That's neat. Because I didn't know that was in the game. It's always cool when you stumble upon something like that. Okay, I guess that's what we were watching it for that secret thing. I didn't know. Okay.